Hello, welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for tuning in today. Today was a requested video, and I thought I would come in and share with you all of my handmade, handcrafted handbags and wallets. Now this will be a mix of what I have purchased, what was gifted to me, and everything I have made. So yeah, let's just jump right into it. First, thank you to all my new subscribers, and thank you everybody for all your wonderful feedback and your continued support. I greatly appreciate it. First off, let me start out with the ones that were gifted to me, because I just have a couple of those, and then I'll go into the ones that I have made, because I have received quite a few questions on beginner handbags. What would you start out with, that type of thing. And it may seem as if I gradually, and maybe I have, depending on who you ask, gradually got into more complicated designs, I guess, for different types of handbags and wallets. And part of the reason I do want to answer this question is learning to make handbags, I know, can be very intimidating, at least from my experience it was. And it was mainly because it was about the hardware, and then the pieces being so small, because you really just sewing straight lines, a curve here and there, and folding things over and sewing them up. So, but you do have to be pretty accurate. Not that you don't have to be accurate with clothing, because you know you do, but I think that my thinking process and the transition to me making bags and me being able to catch on fast with bags, because I have just been sewing garments. So I find probably garment sewing more challenging than handbags and wallets. I find handbags and wallets is about because the pieces are so small, being very precise in your stitching and the different types of tools and accessories, that type of thing, if that makes sense, that you use. Whereas with garments, you have to think about fit. You have different seam allowances that you need to think about. You might have to be thinking about pleats and gathers, or different types of adjustments to get a good fit on the body. Whereas a handbag and wallet, that's not fitting anybody's body, aside from straps, depending on, you know, how long a strap might be on something. But yeah, so I think that's why I've been able to just grasp on so quickly with handbag making and wallets, and be able to just really stick with it and keep kind of going at it, because it is a lot of straight lines and little curves here and there. So let's jump into what I was gifted. So one of my gifts was this lovely pouch. This is as you can tell, I am a Green Bay Packer fan, and this is a lovely pouch. It has a nice little snap closure here in the front, and it has the little wristlet. So cute, and I have carried this many a times. And actually, I can carry this because I've done it. I have a Green Bay Packer clear vinyl bag that I bought. I didn't make it, although I do want to make one with the logo and everything on it, which I will use with my scan and cut, my brother's scan and cut, and my heat press. But at any rate, I put this inside of my clear bag when I've gone to stadium games, NFL games. I've went to maybe one or two since I've had this, and I just dropped it in that clear bag and was able to, as long as they can see it and then they can open it up and see what's inside, it worked fine. But this was a gift. Thank you so much, Legionero Patterns. If you follow her on Instagram and here on YouTube, her mom actually sent me this as a gift, and she actually sent this along with a oh, it's right here, this pin cushion, this Green Bay Packer pin cushion. Love this, so cute. And so I use that all the time. And also she sent a lanyard, a Green Bay Packer lanyard, which was for my husband. And so and he carries that all the time, and so he used that constantly for work. But yeah, that is my first one that was gifted to me. Another that was gifted to me, this was gifted to me by the lovely Bethany. If you follow, oh, what is Bethany's Instagram handle? I will put it on the screen because I cannot for the life of me remember. But she used to do YouTube videos. She hasn't done them in a while, but she does a lot of she used to do a lot of wedding type stuff in her past, when she, in her previous life. And then she does a lot of upcycling, a lot of vintage, different type pieces and everything. And so when she moved, because her and I have hung out several times here, and she gifted me this. It's a nice fold over clutch. I forget what kind of fabric she said this was, but I have carried this on several occasions, and it is lined as such. And see, she has the little, hopefully you can see that. Oh, Freely Born. That is her YouTube, that's her YouTube channel, as well as her Instagram name, Freely Born. Yes. Nice. So that is, let me show you. That is the little, see that lace, and the types of lacing and everything that she used was very vintage, very antique stuff that she found. So I don't take this lightly, because I know that it's some very good quality. A little extra that she put in here, so I have that, which is so cute. Now the outside, it's very soft, almost feels like a very high quality suede of some sort, but it is so pretty. It is so pretty. So I've carried this quite a few times. Now, when I was, I did a couple tests for the next couple I'll show you, for Le Janeiro. She was coming out with a couple of her clutch patterns. One is the Annie clutch, and the other is, oh gosh. Okay, I had to look it up real quick. This is the Erin pouch. So it is black, so you really can't see much of it. But I tested this and her Angie clutch for her, and this was in 2018. And these are also from 2018. But so I just lined it. I had some used some simple lining, and this snap I got from, it's a magnetic snap, sew-in magnetic snap that I had gotten from Hobby Lobby. This was before I started buying hardware and all of that. All of that I bought from Hobby Lobby. It has a nice little handle. I've carried this many a times, throwing it in my purse. Very simple Erin pouch, very good beginner pattern. I will highly recommend it. And so I will link this down below as well. I'll link her entire shop, that way you can see it. And then this here is the Angie clutch. This one is the free one, and so it has a nice little pocket here on the front that you can do. And then also the inside, once you you have the inside, and it has the little pocket on the inside, which you can stitch down the middle if you choose. You see, I did not, but you can stitch that down the middle if you want two pockets on the inside. And so again, I have carried these. Mostly when I carry stuff like this is when I'm traveling and I just throw something in my extra in my suitcase or something like that. I won't separate it. I'll just put it in something like this and just throw it in my suitcase. So those are some very nice beginner friendly. Another free one that I have made is this one. This is the Faraj bag. This was a collaboration between Swoon and I forget, but I will link it down below, because it is not available as a freebie on Swoon's website, but it is through who they worked with for this. So I'll link this down below. I made this one this year. I did do a video on it. I will link to the video in the iCard, so make sure you check the iCards and you'll see the link. But it's very, very simple. You have the zipper in the front. This hardware I got from Joann Fabrics, and then you have the pocket. It's a two pocket in there, one for like pins or something. You can put your cell phone wallet, and then it's just open. And then you have the little grommets there that that you put through there. That was a little challenging because I was using that little hand thing that was hurting my hand. I think I've talked about before, but yes, I carry this I want to say probably every weekend or every month when I'm just headed out, especially when I'm doing pop-up shops and stuff like that. I just have this on, so I don't need a whole wallet and everything. And yeah, just little things. I can just sit in there, my lipsticks, hand lotions, stuff like that. Very simple. This fabric I got from Joann Fabrics, and I still have a lot of this left. but I used this patchwork denim. So cute. Is something else I made. Okay, sorry about that. The camera died, so sorry about that. So that is that's the end of the, probably the free ones, or very simple. Well, I have another simple one, but let me get into, actually, I'll switch gears to the ones I purchased. And so this, I have had this one at least 5 or 6 years, but of course it is purple. You will notice all the bags I purchased are purple. I have yet to make my own purple handbag, which I will. Have an idea for one coming up, but anyway, in 2020, that is. But this here is a very nice, is this knit or crochet? I think this is what you would call knit, right? That's knit. How come I can't remember? But anyway, it's a crossbody knit bag I bought. I don't even think she is on social media anymore. But at any rate, I have bought this from her. This was, like I said, 5 or 6 years ago. Very simple. Look at those buttons, are so cute. And it's just, there's no pockets or anything on the inside, but it is so cute. And I actually asked for these colors, and this is what did she show me the yarn? No, I just asked for purple, and so she created this, and I absolutely love it. Another one of those that if I'm doing a pop-up shop or something, just quick, I'm out and about, I can just throw this across me and I have everything in there. So that is one that I purchased. I purchased also, then we have this lovely tote set that I had purchased. Now this I purchased, I don't know that she still make bags and stuff, but her name is Stephanie, and I think her Instagram is Silver Linings, and she made duffel bags and mainly travel type accessories. And this was about 4 years ago I purchased this from her, and this, she used this cute, you could select your fabric, so I selected this cute fabric here with the shoes on it, and actually Tote had purchased from Tote a skirt that had this exact same fabric. But at any rate, so it's a very simple tote, and yes, Silver Linings Original. There it is. Thank you everybody for putting your tags inside the bag, because you see my memory. But anyway, and her name is Stephanie. And so as you can see, let me see if I can show you, there's a pocket on the inside. I know black is kind of hard to show, and I got some stuff in there, but I use this all the time when I travel. Like when I say those smaller things, I would throw in here. And then a nice little toiletry bag that goes with. As you can see, her logo there is on the front. But yeah, very cute. And then I also have a makeup toiletry bag that just a simple zip, but I use that has a bunch of pins in it. That's in my work drawer at work. So this is one I purchased, like I said, 3-4 years ago. Use it all the time. And then the next one that I purchased, you all know about this. This is the NCW I purchased last year from Sean here, Kittenish Behavior here on YouTube. Love, again, I chose purple. Worked with Sean. She's so lovely to work with. The detail and just the construction of this, absolutely gorgeous, absolutely gorgeous. And so yeah, and you all know, so far as making handbags and why I started making them, because I had made the decision, I've said this story many times, but the short version is I wanted another handbag about 2 years ago. I want to say this was almost, and it just dawned on me, why won't I just make my own handbag and give it a try? And so last year is when I did the Make 9 and had the I had to come back because I couldn't remember the name, but the blue collar Astra bag, which I'll show you here shortly. Now the other bag I purchased, this is from, I just talked about this on my live, last week. But this is, I purchased from the Gray Button. If you follow her on Instagram and YouTube, she is a master with leather. When I tell you master with leather, she does a phenomenal job. She dyes, she does all the dyeing of her leather, and her construction is just wonderful. This is one of the bags. It's kind of flat. It was, there you go, I kind of had it a little flat, but this is the bag I bought. A very nice leather bag. It has broken in. It was a little stiff initially, but over the years, I've had this bag probably coming on 4 years. And so very nice. And I also purchased, she made a wallet to go with it, or I purchased a wallet to go with it. And so it's a very simple, you can tell. Can you tell there's a little pocket in there? See that little button? Very nice. Her bags, if you ever see some of that dyeing she does, almost like some iridescent dyeing of her bags, the Gray Button, G-R-E-Y Button, she is phenomenal. Let me show you the inside. So this is the inside, and one of the things that she does, let me see if I can show you. So the buttons are significant. So you can see the button there. So she collects random buttons and she will add them as a little kind of nod and stamp to her business. And so they're not all gray buttons, the color gray, but and she has on her website her story behind the buttons, why she started collecting them. But it was, I remember it being a very interesting story. But she put a little purple, that's a purple button inside there. So yes, I love again purple. I wanted purple, and oops. And so yes, that is the one, that's one that I purchased. Now let me get into the rest of the ones that I made, and it's not a lot. So you all know I made the Stitch Sisters. Here on YouTube, you know that they have do online classes, and so I did a review of their hobo bag, which is this very simple bag. Now this is also a good simple pattern to try if you're new to handbag making, because it only hardware requires is this snap. That's it. And I added this. This is actually a kind of a this is, excuse me, a pendant that I got from Joann Fabrics that I just added as decoration. And so yeah, so it doesn't, that's the only piece of hardware you need to make this bag. And so it's very simple. And the thing about this, like Le Janeiro patterns, comes with step-by-step instructions, so you don't have to worry about, oh, you know, what do I do, what's the step, what does this mean, step-by-step instructions. Same with the NCW. Actually, Sean Kittenish Behavior did a sew along for the NCW. So yes, and her sew along includes the 2 pouches on the inside, because the original pattern just have the 1. But yes, you can, I highly recommend, if you want to get into handbag making, start with ones that have sew alongs with them. Either the pattern comes with the sew along that you can follow, or a simple one, or check YouTube. There are a lot of YouTube videos, well, not a lot, it's not that many, but it's quite a few YouTubers that have done sew alongs for different bags here on YouTube. You all know I made my Easter bag. This is the Sewing Patterns by Mrs. H, the Jangles Anchor bag. And so you all remember this, and actually she is on the she's in the, what we call the emergency room. Here she is, and I made a matching wallet, which I'll show you. However, the can you tell there, my rivet came apart. I had snagged it on something and it came apart, but I wanted to see, they were all put on there like this. Again, this is when I first starting out, but I wanted to try to take these off if I can, because I think I used that real that glue stuff, but at any rate, I wanted to take these off and use a rivet, because these are Chicago screws holding this together, and I find that it's too much space in there, in between there, so I'd rather rivet it and hold it together. So yes, I will have to go back and redo my straps. I also have to go back, I cannot go back into the bag and fix this, but I do have the, see how these are all Chicago screws, and I really should have used rivets for this, but that's okay. I have the cap. I'm just gonna glue that back in place because it snagged on something and popped out, because it's just too much space between the fabric and the actual screw, and so it happened on both sides. And then the other thing is my top is not stitched down. Nothing around here is stitched down, and I had realized, so when you close it, it's supposed to be a nice closure at the top, but I had these pieces sticking out, and I remember not knowing why. Well, I had sewn a couple more handbags after this, and one of them was a Mrs. H pattern, and how she has you turn the bag and stitch everything closed. I didn't get it till I did her other bag that had a sew along with it. And so what I realized, I never sewed the inside bottom. So I never sewn the inside bottom, nor, because you turn through the inside and then you sew the bag lining through the pocket lining, then you sew the pocket lining. Well, I never sewed that up, so I don't know how I missed doing that. But the good thing about it is it allows me to go back in there, pull this through, and sew this back into the bag, so this is not sticking out. So that's why she's on the emergency room table. Well, I won't say that. She's in the waiting room. She's in the hospital in the waiting room, waiting to be seen. And so this is one I have to go back and fix. But I'm glad I did make that happy mistake, that I did not sew the inside lining, because I can now go dig my hand through there, pull that through, sew that off, so I have a clean finish at the top. So yes, I am happy about that mistake that I made. Sometimes your mistakes, they work out for you. Other times you just learn from them and you keep them moving. So that is that. You all know I just showed the Emerson tote and pouch. So, and I, did a whole separate video on the review of that. Here it is. I'm not going to show it again. I just showed you how I finished the straps, or told you that I finished the straps in my previous video from Sunday. But yes, but not least, and I actually see I forgot to show you one. But this is the Astra bag. This is the blue collar Astra bag, and I chose this as my Make 9 for 2018 because it came with the sew along. So I was able to watch her step by step make this, and I have so much junk in here, so I'm not going to show you the inside, but you all know I just redid the straps on this one because I had used the faux suede and I used the wrong type of rivets, and so I went back and added different rivets and just made the straps longer. But it has pockets on it. I got so much stuff in there. It has the pockets on the inside, and you all know when I did the review of this, I actually sewed one of the pockets upside down, so I am missing pockets. I'm supposed to have pockets on both insides, on the inside of the handbag, but one is sewn upside down, so I don't have that one. But I absolutely, this is the one I'm carrying every day right now. So absolutely love it. Got purse feet, and the wallet, which goes with my my pink bag from for my Easter bag I made. This is the Doodlebug, which is Debbie Hunker here on YouTube, the gratitude wallet. And so, and y'all, I got all kind of stuff in there, but anyway, has 12 slots in here. Wait a minute, 1, 2, 3. It has areas for 6, 12 slots, and then it has a long slot where you can put stuff in. Of course, then you have the back slots that you can put your cash in and whatever else in. So absolutely love this. So which I'm due for a couple more wallets, so I can interchange these out a little bit more. So that is what I am carrying now. My ones that I worked on that I still have not perfected, but I did finish. This is the Maggie 55 zip around, classic zip around wallet. So nice. And she actually just put out a pattern where you can add a zipper pocket to the back of your wallet. You can do it to any pattern that you own, but I do want to try that. And this one, I'm just waiting to make my Voyager bag by Maggie 55 that you all voted on, and I will use this wallet inside that bag. And so you all know I struggle with this one quite a bit. It's mainly the zipper piece, and so as you can tell, it's a little challenging for me to open it up, but at any rate, and it has, see, the inside has the insides, and then you have the pockets. Again, you can fit 12 cards in here, and it has these sides. And I just love the construction process for Maggie 55 wallets. You just have you use some techniques I have not seen in some of the other bag patterns. And this is the mini of this. And remember, I make this for my wallet, but it's for my husband, but it's too big. And again, the thing for me with the Maggie 55 is getting this zipper insertion correct. Everything else I do fine. Need to take my time on the stitching now that I have my Janome, which I do love. I know people are asking about it, but since I'm just now starting to feel well, I'm just now starting to use it more. But see, the opening here is much smaller, something you can just pop in a tote or something like that. So yes, love that. So yes, I'm keeping this, of course. And then that is it. There is a bag, and I'll close out with this. I know this was a little bit of a longer video. I'll close out with this. I carry this tote. This is Simplicity. I'll put it on the screen. This is Simplicity bag pattern I made for Easter 2 years ago. And it's just a simple tote bag I made, and this is what I carry my stuff for church in. This is just my church tote. However, what I am currently working on is the Divina tote bag by Bagstock Designs, and that will be actually for my business, because I had a vision for a specific type of Bible tote to carry to church, those who are Bible teachers, stuff like that. And so I'll share that on the YouTube video on my business channel. So I won't share that here, the final result of that, how, you know, what is used for the different compartments and all of that. So feel free, if you like, to subscribe to the Fabric Boutique. I will leave the link down to that channel down below, and you can see everything I talk about over there, from all the products, Bible covers, journals and all that stuff, Bible journals and everything over there. So that is it. I know this was a long video, but I just wanted to answer that question I've been asked a couple times. So there you have it. Very easy for me to put together and put together for you, so I appreciate it. Stay tuned. The next video sometime this week, can't promise you what day, will be my Terra jacket from Rebecca Page Patterns. So if you have not subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell so at least you get the notification that the video is up. You can save it to watch later or watch it right away. All right, everybody, thank you so much. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to thumbs up. You all have a blessed start to your week, or to the rest of your week, I should say, and we will see you in the next video. Bye.